All right, what's going on, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Big Brain Boys podcast. I'm sure there might be a couple of you who are here on some unsavory circumstance, and you're here to check it out. And welcome. Please enjoy your stay for whatever reasons you might be here. And I hope you guys enjoy the episode, whether you are mad at me or not. And download the audio on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever else you get them. Subscribe to the YouTube, please. Leave a comment. If you're mad, also leave a comment. I'm curious to hear from you all. The last episode has been interesting so far. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy the episode.
All right, broski. Let's. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Is there anything you want to get off your chest right off the jump? Should we maybe just clear the air, burn some incense about maybe...
Is there anything pressing?
I don't think so. But I just want to make sure you're happy. You know, that's... We spread happiness and positivity on this podcast, and I just want to make sure you're in the right headspace.
That's what I thought we were doing.
This is a comedy podcast, and we make jokes.
Yeah, I thought we were being, I thought we were coming at it from the right angle, which is criticizing the man, right? The big productions who hide behind the corporate veil.
Corporate and America.
Act holier than thou, when really they have fucked up intentions.
Yeah.
So... I don't want to talk about this for long. I obviously just want to address it because also it's pretty much just happened today, which is we're recording on a Thursday. This pod will probably go out on like Tuesday. I'd like to just like have it like fizz out before I actually like start to like, if I'm going to be whatever I'm going to be responding to, but just like basically. So we talked about love on the spectrum last episode, and to anyone who hasn't heard, pretty much the whole, correct me if I'm wrong, and don't be biased as a friend, but correct me if I'm wrong, the whole pretty much like trajectory of that segment was basically criticizing the show, Netflix, for how I thought that they were like kind of exploiting or perceiving these autistic people and not really being true to like documenting how like autistic people live their lives and go about dating. It was more so like, it was definitely chopped and screwed to be some sort of an entertainment product in a maybe not so flattering way to the cast members. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, like I think the whole bit we were trying to do, or not bit, but like what we were talking about was how weird the show is from a director's point of view or from Netflix's point of view, like how odd it is to, I don't know, to sell it a certain way, to portray these people a certain type of way,
because we were actually being empathetic,
and we were trying to be light on the subject. I don't think at any point we were like that serious about anything. You know what I mean? Like it was
right.
We were having some fun.
Right, having some fun. Like at the end of the day, it is a comedy podcast. We're going to try to make jokes, and again, I should, I obviously will. I'll take responsibility for the jokes that I made myself. Like obviously, I knew what I was saying, and we riff and we fuck around, but I see it in the edit. I edit the podcast and I edit the clips. Like I knew that I'm like, I said this thing. My intentions are good on it. I think our intentions were good on it. We were talking pretty well about this thing. Obviously, we're trying to make some side jokes to keep it about comedy. And I was like, okay, you're going off a certain cliff when you make jokes about this topic, even if you're coming at it from a good, like you're on their side and maybe right. You're going off the cliff. You better hope it fucking works out because there's a good chance it doesn't. I understand that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting some. I'm getting some.
We posted a few clips and some people are upset on the internet.
It just blows my mind how, and again, I won't rag on this for too long. I want the podcast to just kind of get on with the shit we got to talk about for the week or whatever. But it blows my mind how like you can say however many other things in a certain direction, but one thing that could possibly even be slightly construed as the other direction, people will take that and run with it. And it doesn't matter how many things you say prior to that to preface it. It's like, it's weird, but it's also like, the people getting mad and making like leaving shitty comments and making videos about it and like getting upset is also like I had a bit of like I don't know if epiphany is like the right word for it, but like I had a realization that like the same reason that they're allowed to voice how mad they are at me is the same reason I'm allowed to like talk shit on a podcast. Like everyone's allowed to say, because at first I was mad. I was like these motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah,
that's
this
not what
isn't
I
fair.
meant. That's not what
Yeah.
I meant. You're fucking you're saying shit that's wrong, right? And I'm like, no, right? But then I'm also like, I say shit that's wrong. We say shit that's wrong on the podcast all the time.
Yeah.
And so like the fact that they can criticize me and us is like the same reason I can say whatever I want to. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
like-
like this. It was this nice like, oh, the system's working type thing, even if I'm at the fault of it right now.
Yeah. I think it goes back to, I think, something you said last episode where once you put yourself on the internet, once you allow the internet to have control of I think we're talking about the fucking Drew Walls thing. Once you put that sort
Yes.
of content on the internet,
It's
you
not
open
yours
yourself
anymore.
up. Yeah. Us two can interpret whatever we talk about a certain type of way. How this person sees this, that's totally up to them. If they want to be upset, be upset. I'm sorry you're upset. That wasn't our intention. Our intention is to laugh and have fun. That's what we do. If you
Yeah.
get upset, I don't know what to tell you. I wish
Yeah.
you weren't upset. I wish you were happier. That's all I can say.
Totally. Yeah. And you're right. It's like it's not ours anymore. That's a really good point you just brought up. I had no idea you were going to bring up that point, which is like we said this. I think it was 2 episodes ago.
We do goofy shit on the internet, and people can make fun of it.
Exactly. We talk dumb shit. We say crazy shit. But us saying crazy shit is the same reason they can say crazy shit too. Which I watch. And I'm like, this motherfucker's crazy. He's saying I meant this. I'm like, I didn't mean that, you motherfucker. And then I was like, oh, that person being able to say that is a representation of both of us being able to say whatever the fuck we want, which is a good
Yeah.
thing. Everyone should be able to say whatever they want at all times. That means the system's fucking working.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Like once you put a video out, it's not yours anymore. It's everyone else's.
It's up to everybody else. Yeah.
It's up to everyone else, and it's like, that takes like the weight off of like, because I was tripping in my head. I was like, fuck, like, I was like, I didn't mean this shit. Like I was meaning good things and I said good things, but then obviously you make a joke about this one thing, even if it's just on the side, and they go, no, you meant this on the fucking chart like this.
Yeah.
But then realizing that like, oh, it's their video now. It's not, I have my job, our job, once the video is posted, our job's done.
Yeah.
It's
That's
over.
all we can do.
There's nothing
all we
else
can
you can, because like at the same time, have you ever seen anyone change their mind about
No.
like politics,
on
angry
the
about
internet,
a joke,
fuck no.
things like that?
You ever seen
where,
people like go back and forth in replies, and it's long paragraphs, and you're like, you really think that guy's going to see one of those comments and be like, you know what, you're right.
Where are you guys
I'm
going?
being a little too crazy right now.
yeah. Where are you guys going with this? Like, what destination are you hoping to land at?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I won't make a whole lot more like content about it. Really, I don't even know if I will. But just like see, kind of, I don't know. Let's see how it kind of goes. Obviously, I ain't fucking apologizing. Okay, I'll fucking tell you that.
Yeah.
Because I think the apology, like the apology, to me, like the apology means like
You did something wrong.
yeah, you admitted that you're like, oh, I know, and I mean, we were there when we recorded the segment was it was a conversation in the positive direction, which is like actually having empathy for the people on the show with disabilities and how they're actually kind of being fucked over by this show and how it's being shown. We're going to try to make a comedy and throwing some jokes out there. If we go off the cliff with them, we go off the cliff. But I'm not going to I'm not going to say sorry because someone else convinced me that I meant something that I didn't mean. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it right now. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great place to end it. I think we said our piece, and I think we move on to our second topic. Drake's dick. Thank you very much.
Dude, I fucking called it.
we like that was
Sorry,
a very
dog.
serious. That was a very serious moment. We gotta talk about more pressing matters.
This is far more urgent.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. I
So-
didn't mean to fucking cut your legs
No,
off
no,
under
no,
you there.
no. I could see us looking. I was like, we're thinking the same fucking thing.
Yeah. This is nuts, eh? I mean, fuck me.
This is so. What do you think?
7.5.
Good dick.
Great cock on the lad.
Good dick.
Dude, when I seen this, my first thought was Drake has bad management. Because when this leaked, Drake, it's whatever, number one trending on Twitter, TikTok,
Oh, yeah,
everything,
everywhere.
right?
Yeah.
It's the biggest social media news in like just kind of general pop culture shit.
Yeah.
Drake has bad management because the second that leaked, he should have had an album on standby ready to drop.
Yeah. So true.
The fact that he didn't is just a total bag fumble, and I want to talk to his agents and his managers.
Yeah. At least do because he does like those 3-song, 4-song.
Little packet.
At least get one of those out. Get one of
Yeah.
those out. He's got 100 songs ready to go. Just throw a little something.
You don't have an old collab with fucking Future from like 2014?
His
Come on.
stupid little artwork too. Like he the one with the emojis. Like you could take a picture of anything.
You could have that out in 3 hours.
Yeah, tops.
Yeah. So the fact that he didn't, like every artist or entertainer or whatever you're selling your product to the public, if you're like a musician, you should have an album on standby that is constantly in the archives.
Yeah.
For the inevitable dick pic leak.
Yeah. Just load it on a single USB and you say, this is my, it's the fucking breaking case of fire thing.
Breaking case of fire.
Breaking case of dick pic. You're like,
Breaking case of dick pic.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're so right. You're so right.
In case of your dick pic video or dick video goes viral on
sex
Twitter.
tape or whatever the fuck it is.
Yes, exactly.
If something leaks, I'm dropping this thing 3 hours tops.
Straight up. Because that, I mean, like, fuck. I mean, even, I'll post a TikTok that flops. And if it flops, I'm like, I'm posting my dick, dude. I'm fuck this.
My dick's going to the internet.
Low views, fuck it, dude. I'm going viral, bitch. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact that he didn't is poor management. Do you have anything else to say about his dick itself? Or not the dick itself, but Drake's situation himself?
I will say, I was talking to a friend about this. I'll say his name, Zach. And so I saw him the night it leaked. And he just goes, this is the best thing I heard. He just goes, he could have got it more hard before he filmed this.
Kind of straight up though, right? Like, he ain't lying.
It's so true. It's like, yeah, don't take a video of your dick half hard, Either be full mast or no mast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's funny.
You could have got it more hard. Just another man saying that.
Well, dude, you want to talk about another man talking about dick? This is why I asked. I said, do you have anything else to say about this? Because this is why I bring you into the next thing. Excuse me. Double excuse me. Okay. Did you see Adam 22 talk to Adin Ross about it?
Oh, bro. Yeah, because...
Bro?
I remember seeing it. But, yeah, say it again. Because
I got the screenshots here. So, Adin Ross, I guess, talked about it on stream. As everyone fucking, right? As we are with our... As everyone is doing. And Adam 22, who, I mean, if you haven't been up on our... We've talked about him fucking 5 different times on this podcast about the weird shit he does. If you aren't caught up with this guy, right? Fucking, the guy is off the cliff. He tweeted... I'm going to read this out.
Yeah.
Adin Ross stole my reaction to Drake's dick. He said, that man has a missile on him, which is the exact thing I said 4 months ago when I evaluated a leaked dick pic of his a girl showed me. I'm so influential that top streamers steal my dick ratings. Shit is crazy, bro. And then at Adin Ross, you should have at least called me and we could have reacted to his cock together. You're coming off of these 21 and Carti streams. You're killing it, man. My shit has been quiet since I did the game show to fuck my wife. it would have been easy to collab on that. And then it was show more that I didn't click for the screenshot. But I mean,
dude, that sentence. Like, I feel like he's trolling a little bit, but that sentence, shit has been quiet since I did the game show for the guy to fuck my wife. Like, that seems like a fake sentence. That sentence has never been said in human history. That's a one of one. That's never been said before.
He's like, man, I fell off since that guy came on my wife's face.
Yeah.
Oh
Shit's
my
been
God,
quiet.
dude. Shit's been quiet. And he's like, it's so weird. He's like, you're coming off Carti and 21 streams. He's like, you're killing it, man. You should have let me get in on the dick clout. I'm like, this is a grown up man.
Yeah, two men talking about we could have dick rated him together.
Yeah, bro's collabing on the dick rating. Like,
bro, let's link for the dick rate.
Like one guy
As
literally saying,
me and you are rating his dick right now.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit different. We rated the dick, but it's not like it'd be like that'd be like if I missed an episode of the pod and you did a solo episode and talked about it, and then the next episode I was like, you didn't want to leave the dick talk till I came back. I wanted to talk about it too, man.
Yeah,
like
I want to talk about his dick a little bit,
dude. You made a clip about the dick. I could have been in that. Like, that's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam 22. Oh, Jesus Christ! When I seen that, I was like, someone has to be in his account, or like he's got to almost have just like written off any sort of like public image likeness at this point, and he's just like, fuck it, let's just see how like shittily viral I can go.
I think obviously since the whole fucking selling his wife, basically, I think he just considers his whole life a joke now. Like, everything he talks about, he needs to bring up that he like lets other men fuck his wife.
Yeah, it's probably his way of joking about it to stay sane about it. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, and I mean,
That's make light of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about him many times on this pod, so fucking, you know, we won't beat a dead horse. But I'm sure there was a joke there to be made, and I wish I had some sort of fucking energy enough to think of it.
As in the beat a dead horse.
Beat a dead horse. There's a joke there with Drake's dick, his
some
wife.
Sort of horse cock
there's
joke.
some sort of horse beating it. There's some sort of.
We'll workshop it in the edit, and then we'll say it next episode.
Yeah, I'll have a completely separate MP4 of me being like, guys, this is the joke I meant to say.
Okay, horse cock. Okay, and then Drake. And
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So that was fucking Drake's leak, and Adin Ross and Adam 22 talking about it.
And let us know in the comments what you rate Drake's dick out of 10.
Okay, kind of speaking on Adin Ross. Again, nothing even really about him. Well, I guess something about him too. We'll kind of ramble about it. See if I'm tripping again, right? I don't know, because I'm like, fucking, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to fucking. But Playboi Carti is starting to piss me off.
Yeah,
dude, this guy is a fucking dork.
Because we talked about him, whatever it was, 3-4 episodes ago now. Mm-hmm. His song or whatever. His whole. I think, and maybe you think too. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
His whole mystique that he does, where he's kind of this mysterious guy. He doesn't say much. He kind of like fucking tweets like Kanye, where it's just like, when he does say something, it's like, what are you even saying?
Yeah.
And then this whole thing with the stream with Adin Ross, it's just, I don't know. It's starting to not be cool anymore, I find. I think it's just, you're just being like a loser. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, this guy, like, I think we sometimes fall victim to always thinking that all rappers are cool, because rappers are cool. Rapping is a cool thing, and most rappers are cool.
Yeah,
but this guy is just a weirdo. That like we have kind of forgotten about, that people can be very flawed. Like, this guy's 30, wearing a cape and shit. Like, he thinks he's a vampire.
Like, did you see the one of him in a thong?
I did not send that. Oh my God. I thank God you brought that up because I don't think I wrote that down, but I think I seen it and I was like, oh, remember to put that in my notes. And thank God you brought that up.
He was wearing, like, for anybody that hasn't seen it, or maybe you can fucking throw a picture up. Like,
I will.
Like under, I don't even know what to call it. It's like it's something that girls wear, honestly. And you wear it under your pants, and it's a thong. It goes in between his ass cheeks, around up the front again.
Yeah, like bodysuit, maybe?
Bodysuit, yeah. I don't know
what
they're called.
But it wasn't like a body, like it was a thong. And like, again, I mean, I'm all fucking, I'm like, I don't want to make fun of any groups who are guys wearing girls. Everyone can wear whatever they want. But it's like, he's, I don't know, purposely showing up this thong. But then he shows up to Adin's stream, obviously, super late or whatever. And apparently he was going to get $2 million plus like a Ferrari, which might be fake, which might just be numbers to help it go viral. But let's say it's real. Shows up super late. He's there, just stands in the shadows for like 5 minutes, doesn't say anything. And he's wearing a mask, he's wearing a mask.
He's wearing like a hood and a mask and...
Yeah, like this guy's 30 years old thinking he's like, dude, you're one of my best friends, right? So I feel like we could have a pretty honest, like if you showed up to the podcast with a mask on, we're not pressing record yet.
Hey, you need to take that off.
We have something to talk about here, brother. What are we wearing?
Okay, next episode I'm showing up and I'm a vampire. I'm going to have the teeth. I'm going to have a fucking mask like this. And we're just going to record. Like, and we're just going to record the whole episode, not talk about it.
And this guy doesn't say anything for 5 minutes. And he's being he's pretending he's Batman. Which like this is just a guy who never got bullied in school. Like this is a natural this is nature. Everyone everyone in junior high,
he got popping and he got too many yes men around him, and now nobody's correcting him.
And no one corrected, probably because everyone in junior high we all showed up to school one day wearing something that was weird, and then someone goes, "You're a fucking," and you go, "All right."
Like, no, I think it's stupid too.
He just slipped through the cracks. That's all that is. Like he showed up with fangs and a cape, and no one said anything, and now he's 30 with a kid.
Yep.
Thinking he's Batman. And he's not saying anything in the shadows. And again, I'm critiquing this because of how mean it is. If it's just a guy doing his thing, I wouldn't fucking critique it. But I'm critiquing it because he's deserved that for how he treated Adin and obviously treated his fans. Like, he showed up for 5 minutes, which I'm assuming it was supposed to be a pretty big stream if he was going to get that much money, and it's Playboi Carti, right? Like, surely it's supposed to be a couple hours. Shows up super late, takes the money. So we think. I haven't heard differently. And leaves, and then I don't know if it was a fake screenshot, but I think posted on a story that he's like scammed that boy or whatever, right? I don't know if that ended up being real or not.
I think that was a fake one. I think that was a fake one.
Might have been fake, whatever, right? Whatever. But yeah, just short of 5 minutes, didn't say anything, and Adin, this poor son of a bitch. This kid's probably 95 pounds soaking wet. Like,
well, that's the thing. It's like, we can also clown Adin for his part in it too. It's like he's not free from
it's like, dude, criticism. You got to stand up for yourself, dog. Like,
you're paying $2 million for a rapper to come hang out with you.
Come on, man.
You could do better than that. That's why it's got to be fake. There's no way that money's real. It's got to be fake.
If it's real, especially after coming off the 21 Savage thing where 21 just scammed him supposedly, and then the Carti thing. Like, I get it. I get if you're not, like, I understand he's not, the most, the biggest, strongest. But, dude, if I paid you $2 million to come on my stream, you show up for 5 minutes with a mask on, don't say anything, and then leave, I'm sucker punching you, dude. Like, I gotta put you to sleep.
Dude,
like,
you're not getting your money. I'm so sorry. You're not getting your money.
I don't care if your security fucks my day after that. I'm getting my one shot in, dude. Like, you're not fucking leaving here conscious. I'm fucking sucker punching you. Yeah, there's not a chance. Like Adin, I'm looking at this. I'm like, Adin, stick up for yourself, man. Like, and he's like, I'm hanging out with rappers. It's like, they're turning you out, bro. Like,
they're literally turning them out. That's a great way to say it.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, you poor prick. Like, at some point you gotta, come on, like, get, put a little respect on your own name a bit too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I don't know, dude.
That whole streaming rapper shit, it's getting out of hand.
It is getting out of hand. And yeah, I don't know. Just, I was thinking about this, and like, I love Carti's music sometimes, right? We've talked about his new shit, like his new music, like some of it's good, some of it's just like purposely bad. It's like Kanye, where it's just like sometimes they do this thing where they get so big and then they think they can do whatever the fuck they want on purpose, bad, poorly, and think that they're like, oh, I'm a genius now, I can ride this out. And it's like, oh, it's so annoying. But yeah, after this, I was just like, dude, Carti is pissing me off. Like, this guy sucks. Like, this guy is a true, genuine dork. Like, not again, people are like, he's so cool, he's mysterious. 30 years old thinking he's a vampire. Like, that guy is a fucking nerd, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you handle yourself like that and like you're so mysterious that you can't even take the mask off or act like a human being.
Well, and that's another thing too. Like that's one of the reasons why I like Drake gets shit on a lot for being mainstream pop, and everyone's like, Drake's whatever like this. The one thing I like about Drake is that he's at least like a normal guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's very like human. Like he's
very
like,
human.
Like when he does those fucking streams, he's like Anita Maxween. Like
like he's funny.
Like
Like,
he's corny as fuck for sure at times.
Sure, he can be, yeah.
But it's like, who isn't? I guess like
sure. And I mean, he takes some pictures sometimes that are a bit sus, but it's like, I mean, the guy clearly has a fucking cannon on him, so like, there's no insecurities there, I guess. Fuck. Yeah. But like with Drake, like however much he gets shit on for being mainstream pop guy, whatever. I like this guy because he's like, at least he's like a regular dude that like he's like, oh, this guy's like the thing about Carti, people are like, Carti's better than Drake. Like, okay, maybe music wise you can say that or whatever. I mean, Drake's obviously got hits, but like not even comparing the music. I'm just saying, like, I look at Carti and I'm like, I could not want this guy off of any screen I own more. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously some of the music is so good, but like this guy shows up to a stream wearing a mask. I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah. I think it's like when you think of like, not like being in business meetings, but like a face for a brand, like whatever, you have Drake with the Raptors or like other rappers with other basketball teams or NFL teams. And it's like, they're charismatic, they're funny, and they put a good face on the team. It's like, imagine Playboi Carti he's the guy that's front row at basketball games. It's like, is that what people would want?
No, oh my God! Everyone would just be like, this guy is kind of weird. Like he's courtside, like with a mask on, and he's just like this all the time. He's just like doing weird, and everyone's just like, is this guy all right? Like, it's not cool.
Yeah, you can be normal for a bit. It's fine, man.
Just take a seat. I think even Adin said on the stream, he's like, do you want to sit down? And it was just silence. And I was like, this guy's like an alien.
Like taking the bit way too far.
Yeah, Aiden's like, do you want to like sit down and like say hi to the stream? Like all your fans are here. And he's just like standing with a mask on like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. This is kind of happening like as we're recording. But you see Tucker Carlson interviewed Vladimir Putin?
Oh yeah.
I think this is literally unfolding as we're doing this recording. It's Thursday. Yeah, like Thursday night.
I don't think it's out yet, but
I think it's out. I think it.
Oh really?
I think like tonight, like I don't know, probably 6, 7, 8 p.m. it dropped.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
It's kind of crazy, yeah, huh? Like I don't really know what to say about it yet because I haven't watched it. I don't know. It's just like it. I don't know. It seems because Tucker Carlson was like a Fox News guy, right?
Yeah,
or maybe not Fox, but like a right wing or whatever. Was it Fox?
No, he was like basically the voice of Fox News for years.
And then did he get let go?
I think so.
I think he's like independent now or something.
Well, he has his own show on X now.
Sure, yeah.
But I can't remember if he was fired or if he left. Because I remember him saying he's like Fox started to they started to tell me things that I didn't want to get into. Maybe it was like a mutual party. I don't know. Regardless.
Right. The Vladimir Putin, like, I guess, first of all, what do you think about this in regards to, like, being free journalism or, like, do you know what I'm asking you? Like, what do you think about this in regards to being able to, like, have freedom of speech and report journalism as from all, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think as long as, I mean, it's tough saying this coming from Tucker Carlson interviewing him. I would say as long as you're like non-biased, because I mean, nothing like this has ever been done, at least in Western media, like literally sitting down and having a one-on-one interview with like the leader of Russia, like
as he's in a war that is
currently in a war that it very clearly looks like they started the war, like they invaded Ukraine, like
not only a war, like, you know, obviously fucking military wise, you know, the fucking with the like physically, but I mean like a war also with information too, being that like there's journalists that are jailed in Russia right now for report, like you're like, not only is it a war that you're allowed to just like speak on saying whatever, it's a war that like if you're reporting poorly on in Russia, they'll throw you in jail for espionage type shit. So it's like, it's kind of a gigantic double-edged fucking sword.
I don't know. I think it's fucking crazy. Like to be able to even, I don't even know, like say you sat down with Vladimir Putin and fucking asked him questions, whatever they talk about, like,
yeah, that's
never done in history.
No, and that's the thing is like I haven't seen it, so obviously we'll watch it. Maybe next pod we'll talk about it more about what it actually was. But I actually am interested in it. Like, there's a lot of people who are like pissed, and like again, fair play. Obviously, the topic, you know, fucking a couple times we brought up this podcast already. Like, anytime you touch a topic, no matter what your intentions are, people on that opposite side are going to be like, no, right, they fucking hate it, right, and just whatever. I mean, I don't think Tucker Carlson is the most liked either. Like, I don't really know much about him, but I think he's like, you know, he's probably a pretty controversial guy, if I remember correctly, just about like what people say about him and politically, commentary wise. But if it's actually like you said, like an unbiased, like I would actually love to hear from Vladimir Putin right now, like to literally just be asked.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would be cool to just
totally.
But yeah, there's only going to be certain questions that get released. Like, it's going to be fucking, it has to be watered down to paint him well, because or else he's going to be like, fuck you.
Right. And I seen a clip. That's how I think I know it's out, unless this is just like a pre-thing. But he asked who, fuck, I can't remember what it was, but he basically said like, who blew up this thing? Fuck, I can't remember. It was like, he's basically like, who blew up this thing? And Vladimir Putin, it's a translator in the ear, and then he looks pretty surprised, and he's kind of like jokingly, he's like, you, like, so I don't think it's pre-planned or pre-scripted. I'm sure there's some things that maybe they had to get past some people to approve, or like, you know, I'm sure it's approval denial of the whole thing, but like Putin looked pretty surprised. Like it seemed like a very natural reaction to the question, not like a scripted.
He's actually getting like a tough question thrown at him.
Yeah, and he's he didn't hear it before the recording. Like, it seems like he just heard it for the first time. And they kind of Tucker Carlson was like, because Putin was like, you did it, and Tucker Carlson was like, oh, I was busy that day. And I was like, oh, that's a good line, actually. That's a good, like, that's a good. But it was weird to see him like joking with this dictator. Like, in charge
communist dictator. Yeah,
in charge of murdering countless people in a war. But that's the thing. I unironically would love to hear from him right now. Not because I'm a fan of Putin and I want to hear him. I want, like, I would love for, as bro-y as this sounds, I would love for Putin to like go on Rogan.
Like, I think you're right. Like, there are, like, obviously he's done some bad shit in his time for sure. But it's like, he's obviously a polarizing character. Nobody in Western media has really heard him speak candidly. Everything's been a speech. Everything's been watered down, whatever.
Being chosen what to release and stuff. Yeah.
So to, like you say, to have him on Rogan or whatever, have this interview, have him speak openly, I guess.
Yeah. I'm actually curious.
It is it'd be the same as almost any world leader, really, just having them speak on like fucking like relations with other countries, like why, just especially a guy that's in a war being like explain this.
Yeah,
and he has to explain his war that he's in.
Yeah, it's almost like what it is it's like people's fascination with like true crime and like serial killers and stuff. Mm-hmm. How like obviously what they did was terrible, but you're like curious as to how their brain works. Yeah. Not because you're a fan of it, but because you're like, I want to see what are the thoughts that this guy's having? You know what I mean?
It's very polarizing. Like these people, like you just want to see how their brain ticks. You want to see what makes them tick. You want to see their eyes. You want to see them get a question and be a little shaky and like
and be like, oh, no way.
And you're like, fucking, that makes him uncomfortable. Why does that make him uncomfortable? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
when he's giving an address to the country or whatever, it's it's scripted. He's a professional. He doesn't have to budge his eyes. He doesn't have to shake around because he's nervous. He's done this a million times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. And it's like you watch people like Ted Bundy fucking killed 50 people or whatever the fuck like that. But people love hearing like true crime shit about him. It's just like infatuating to be like, what the fuck was this guy like? What were the thoughts in this person's head? It's entertaining, not in a way that you agree with it, but it's like, oh, like to see how this other guy's, like Putin, who's responsible for killing so many innocent people and did the fucking evil and whatever like this. But it's like he wakes up in the morning and what does he think? Like, what's the first thought in his fucking head?
Yeah,
it's entertaining
even though he's a leader of a country, he still gets up and pisses with one eye open, just like me and you. Like he gets and stumbles to his bathroom. You know what I mean? Like he's still a person.
But that's what I'm saying is we do that and we think, fuck, man, I need to go back to bed. He thinks that and he thinks, fuck, I need to go back to bed. And also fucking, dude, Belarus is looking easy to...
Dude, it's Belarus, Poland, like I'm hitting them all.
Like, it's like, this guy is a psycho. Yeah, it's fucking wild to just, But yeah, that's it. That's the geopolitical conflict of the world.
We won't get fucking too deep into politics. Start fucking melting people's brains.
Super Bowl, what do you think, dude?
It's Thursday, February 8th. Big games in 3 days. Who do you have winning?
Okay, I guess if the question is like, who do I want to win? Of course, Niners, right? Okay. Who do I think's going to win? I probably still say 27-24 Niners.
Wow. So
27.
It's going to be a close game. Do you think it's a defense show out? Do you think it's just...
No, I think 3 scores and field goals, exactly like 27-24.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns and 2 field goals to 1 field goal. I think exactly that. Maybe even overtime. 27-24 and it's a field goal overtime type shit, whatever it is, right? Like I think 27-24 Niners. That's my Super Bowl prediction. Lock it in right now. If you want to make money off that, there's your 5%.
I want you to know I've made a lot of money fading your picks.
So who's yours?
Oh,
shut up, dude. That's because you're a Swiftie, eh?
Yeah, I'm a big Swiftie. No, I have no allegiance to either team or really the NFL in general, but I just think he can't. I think that Kansas City offense is too good. I think they're going to take it.
Okay, other than Patrick Mahomes, what do the Niners have what do the Chiefs have that the Niners don't? Like Brock Purdy's good too, but I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback playing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Kelsey versus Kittle is a wash. Just because I think Kelsey gets utilized more in the tight end receiver position.
Sure.
But I think Kittle could too. He's just good at blocking, so they use him differently. I think they're two. They're
1A, 1B.
They're 1A, 1B
in a lot of people's lists. Yeah.
They're the same fucking right. The same. They're right.
I just think Mahomes is I think he just finds
Crafty.
ways to win games, and it's
I know.
it's frustrating to watch, or not frustrating, but it's just like he keeps getting away with it. You know what I mean? Like it's like fuck, he did it again.
Yeah.
He had another fourth quarter drive.
100%.
He got 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It's like, the fuck, this guy always does this.
And that's the thing with Patrick Mahomes is like he'll do it in a way where you're like, what even just happened? Like
Just
they'll
marches
go
down the field.
They'll go incomplete 1st and 10. They'll run the ball 2nd and 10 to get 2 yards, and then it'll be 3rd and 8. And he'll scramble and run for 12 yards off of like a broken play, and you're like, motherfucker, like that should have been a 3 and out. And then he turns that into, and then he goes for a touchdown on the night, and you're like, that should have been a fucking 3 and out. Like, how the fuck did this guy get away with this shit? And you're right, he is crafty like that, where he's like, even if he doesn't have tools around him, like Kadarius Toney dropping passes and fucking, whatever, just O-line missing blocks, and he's getting fucking pressured in the backfield.
Scrambling
He just finds,
somehow,
he just does shit. But I look at, okay, Niners have Christian McCaffrey. I think that's better at the position than the Chiefs have.
For sure.
Okay. Niners, is Deebo Samuel for sure suiting up? I know he was injured like last week, I think. Or the week before.
I'm actually not sure.
Okay, but Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, I think, are better than the Chiefs at the position. Niners have Trent Williams on the O-line. I think better than anyone on the Chiefs O-line. And then defense, Fred Warner.
Well, I would say that was going to be my next point is I think if Niners, what's going to be the difference maker is if the Niners defense can make some huge stops. Like if they if they shut him down a few times and like pressure him and he doesn't have the time to do his fucking fancy shit in the pocket that he always does, that'll be the game changer.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because I don't know the history well enough to say, but I don't know if Mahomes has faced a defense as tough as the Niners have right now. They have a great defense.
Amazing. They're stacked at every fucking position.
On paper, they're like the Niners are unbelievable. I think Purdy is maybe the one kind of nobody's really sure. Like he was really good, and then he went real streaky for a bit, and then now in the playoffs, he's holding his own. So it's just like, is he gonna have a bad game? Are the lights gonna be too bright? Like it's the fucking Super Bowl, Las Vegas. Like for the Chiefs, they've been there. A lot of them are used to this. Not a big deal. I mean, some of the Niners obviously have been there as well, but Purdy, like, I don't know, it might be scary. Starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, it's got to be a scary fucking feeling.
I will say, though, looking at how Purdy dresses, he doesn't seem like he really gets too high or too low.
He looks like an accountant going to games. Like I'm clocking in for my 9 to 5.
Yeah, like I feel like you could ask him, like, man, are you nervous about the Super Bowl? And he's like, no.
He's like, is that tomorrow? Oh, shit.
Yo, yeah, no, so okay, I'm just gonna press my khakis for the big game. like I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like you can tell by his like washed blue button down and pressed khakis. The guy rides pretty in the middle.
Yeah, like other football players are going out and buying like $10,000 suits, or like they're getting a designer and have like a whole fit. He's like looking through his laundry hamper. He's like, where's that one shirt I really like? It's like all wrinkled. He's like, no, it's still
looking
good.
Through his hamper.
Yeah.
Looking through his hamper is hilarious.
It's like biggest game of his lifetime.
Yeah, babe, where's that Tommy Bahama button down I had?
you know I look good in it. No, Brock, hilarious. You look like an idiot.
So do you have a prediction on score?
I would probably go.
Oh, sorry. Did you even say your winner? Did you say Chiefs?
Yeah.
Take it?
I got Chiefs taking it. Score. I'm gonna go 27. 27-21.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. 27-21 Chiefs.
I got 27-24 Niners. Lock it in.
And
lock it in.
I have the under on the national anthem.
You fucking psycho, dude. I knew this was too good to be true. I was like, there's no way he's just talking about the game, right? He's got to be like, dude, they got yellow Gatorade on the side. I got $5,000 that they got yellow Gatorade on the side. Like this fucking guy
can't. Get me $5,000 on the Gatorade.
I want $5,000 that the Chiefs are wearing white pants. This fucking guy can't just watch a game. He's got to be like, I think there's going to be 3 jets that fly over for the anthem.
I got the B-2 bomber flying over.
Yeah, I want $10,000 on the B-2 bomber. That's fucking hilarious. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Big Brain Boys podcast. Quick reminder right now, subscribe to the YouTube if you're already there. Follow or subscribe to the audio podcast. Download them, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get them. Again, if this was your first time to the podcast for unsavory reasons and you made it all the way to the end, I hope we made you laugh. And welcome. And I'm sure it would be hard to convince you to stay. But hopefully you enjoyed your hour or so of sifting through stuff to get mad at. And I love you. I love you all equally, no matter what. And Patsy?
Yeah, to our new friends, thanks for coming along this ride. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.